Can't believe it's Friday already. Mia, can you imagine that it's Friday already? You're sleeping, aren't you? All right, let's do this thing. Can't believe you're letting me do this all by myself today, Mia. This here. There we go. Hey, Zen Master. Hey, David. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, and good morning. Pull up my chair here. Oh, Eagle Beagle. Good morning. Glad to see you here. All right, let me just move this over here. We got David, we got Zen Master, we got Carrie, Eagle Beagle, Dave, David, Jody, Pat, Brian, Wade, Jill, Robert, Art, Ivano, Dr. Serena, Dave, War Dog is in the house. Happy Friday. Robert's in the house. Michael is in the house. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we get a little more entertaining here. Otherwise, you'll be staring at my mug all day long, and that's not fun. Let's share this. Let's put that here. All right. We should be sharing my screen now. We got Henry. We got Michael. We got Elizabeth. Another Henry. Robert. Peter. Infinitely. Karen. JB. Tony. Right? Appropriate t-shirt, right? It's Friday. Good morning, Richard. Good morning. Oh, I didn't know you were in Florida. That's good to know. Infinitely. Michael. Dennis. Thomas, good morning, good morning, good morning. I haven't seen Cam yet, but don't forget Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo. There he is, the Cam and Gustavo show. Dan's funny videos. As of now, the ES is a lot lower. If we open around the SPX, we'll leave the huge island gap of many days above the market. Well, we'll see about that, Dan. We're going to be talking about all of that right now. Angie, Deanna, Edgar. And again, if I'm mispronouncing somebody's name, I do apologize. Today, I am going to do a live class. I did one yesterday. I gave you guys like 3 or 4 trades, and actually they all made money, or most of them made money. Well, we're going to do it again. Good morning, Frankie. Good morning, Angie from Pensacola. Good morning to you. Moondog is in the house. Yay. Nestor's in the house. Timothy's in the house. And if you guys like, I will have a VIP room where we'll deconstruct the employment report. That's happening today at 11 a.m. So at 11 a.m., I have a class. At noon, I have a class. And you can always check out Customer Service Live, also known as the Cam and Gustavo Show, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday. And as you could see by my shirt, I am highly volatile today. Yeah, wasn't it good, Angie? So did you guys make any money on those trades I gave you guys yesterday? Missed the trades released last night between 3 and 4 on the programs. Good news, they stayed about the same. Hey, that's right, Dr. Serena. And we have a big report today, too. All right, let's get into all of the good stuff. It's Friday. First of all, as you guys know, I don't know if today's going to be that day. But usually on Fridays, the markets tend to cool off and just fizzle out after 1:30. We don't have a lot of institutional trading after 1:30. Usually, typically, I don't know if today's going to be that type of a day, but good morning, Julian. But typically, that's what we see. As far as news, we have employment data. We've been talking about it. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Julian. The employment rate and the average hourly earnings is the only thing I really care about. I have my handy dandy TC2000. We'll be able to watch the bond market in real time. The bond market so far is breaking up pretty good. Let me get my other one here. Get this here. Okay, here we go. TLT, and then we can watch it together in real time as the news pops up. I'll just move it for now, but we do have it here. Good morning, Rochelle. Julie broke a stemmed glass and oh, well, Julie, I mean, Rochelle, that's what happens when you get little kittens, you know? But I'm sure Julie's pretty. Rachel, Sandra, Rice, Ricky, Ed, good morning. Rick, good morning. That's okay. We waited for you, Rick. We waited for you. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Russell, the reviewer, he created another video. He's reviewing stealth surges. Here is the link. He asked me to post it for you guys, so that you guys can watch it, review it, do what you need to do. Please just be honest, be yourself. But if you would comment underneath there, I would appreciate it. And Russell's going to make 5 videos covering stealth surge. The more good things we have going on online about this program and about what we do, the more educated, smart traders we will have. We want to have smart traders. We want to have folks who are actually making money. Please post your feedback with me there. I would appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. She's 5 months old. Oh my. Oh, he's 5 months old. He's got a Jewel. His name is Jewel. Okay, I got it. So anyway, if you guys don't mind, please read a review. I'm not going to tell you what to write. Just be honest and straightforward. Okay. Anyway, and I'll repost it again before we leave. He asked me to do it, so I'll do it just because it's the right thing to do. And Russell ended up being a stand-up guy. All right, average hourly earnings year to year. This is the big number. We want to see if the average hourly earnings, and we want to see if the unemployment rate is going to go down. These month-to-month numbers don't really mean very much. So the only thing that's really going to make a big difference is what we see here in red. And unemployment rate is really important because it's going to tell us, hey, unemployment rate is going up, it's ticking up, or it's not. So really good. That's very nice, Gaston. Good to hear that. Let me just post that here, my testimonial page, and we'll continue moving on. All right. Let's move on. So that's going to come out in about 22 minutes. As far as earnings are concerned, AVGO had earnings yesterday. Not surprisingly, they beat estimates, but their forward-looking statements were not that great. Does that sound like a surprise to you at this point? Google, NVIDIA, AMD, a lot of stocks. Oh, that's right. There you go, Karen. The numbers, the unemployment numbers, this number right here, if this number goes to 4.5, 4.4, it means their unemployment rate is not making much of a progress, the unemployment rate, and the average hourly earnings. Those are the two big numbers, and participation rate. Basically, everything that doesn't have a month to month, the participation rate, the average hourly earnings, the unemployment, because the rest of these, the rest of these are month to month. And the month-to-month stuff gets revised. So, yes, BBWI. I hope you guys took that trade, and I hope you guys made some money. That was a bonus trade that I gave you because I couldn't find any place to put it. Oh, God. No, Rajaran. We don't buy dips around here on... Ooh, Dr. Serena, look at that. We're making progress. Look at that, making progress. All right. Before I get really deep into my analysis, so as you can see right here, AVGO. Now, it's in the gap and it's recovering some of it. It looks like it made a low around 5 o'clock in the morning. Since that time, it's been moving higher, and now it's in the gap. If this continues moving up, it can undo a lot of the damage that it did today, but I'm not holding my breath because the stock is down 7%. Now, here's the part you need to pay attention to. Rajandran, so here's the part that answers your question. Yes, Michael, that is correct. You see, we're approaching the 200-day moving average. Usually when stocks reach the 200-day moving average, they bounce. So if we close at the high, and then if tomorrow, meaning Monday, we start trading above this area, then we have a gap to green trade, and Uncle Roger will give you a buy signal. But please don't try to pick bottoms. If you keep picking bottoms, your fingers are going to get very, very dirty, and so will your bank account. Don't do it. Don't do it, Regendron. Avoid the dippage. Avoid the dippage and wait for Uncle Roger to tell you when to buy. But it's setting itself up for a beautiful gap to green trade. We just need to trade above this level next week. But we're not there yet, are we? All right. So just keeping you guys in the loop. I'm not going to even talk about docu earnings because that's not really what's driving the market today. Crude oil. I'm not going to repeat the same thing I've been saying. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not going to repeat the same thing I've been saying last few days. Crude oil is below our support level. I told you guys that it's okay to nibble a little bit on crude oil stocks, energy stocks that are breaking down. Well, Roger, what energy stocks are breaking down? I'm glad you asked. And I've included my favorite one in the list. I will give it to you today, but I know you're very, very anxious to find out. Oxy's breaking down. Schlumberger's breaking down. Halliburton's breaking down. CVX is breaking down. British Petroleum is breaking down. Hess is breaking down. Shell is breaking down. PSX is breaking down. This is my favorite one today, PSX. VLO, I've been talking about this for 3 days now, 4 days. Don't say I didn't because I have. And yeah, so all the major energy stocks are leaking. Roger, how short should we stay short? Yeah, till we get back into this range. I would stay short energy stocks till energy market is back in here. But by the time the energy market is here, you'll be taking a losers on those positions. So you'll be out by the time we're at the 8-day EMA. My suggestion would be just to watch the 8-day EMA. And if you see the oil market come back up here, I wouldn't be in energy stocks, which means inside this area. But if you see us breaking down below the 68.82, I know you're writing that down. I'm positive you're writing that down right now, right? 68.82. If we break below 68.82, then all of the stocks that I just mentioned, and obviously you wrote all of them down, are going to break down further. Gold. Well, what have I been telling you about gold the last several days? I like gold. I like gold. I even told you around here, right here, that I'm just waiting for gold to come back to the 8-day EMA. Well, gold came back to the 8-day EMA. We're now above the 8-day EMA, and I like gold. What gold stocks do I like? Up 19%. Nice, Greg. Nice. Love it. 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 Look, even in a time like this, even yesterday during the VIP room, the pit program, I gave you guys 4 trades. I think 3 or 4 I think most of them made money. And I actually have one of those stocks on my watch list today, ironically enough. Oh, that's funny. All right. So I like gold. I like gold around here. And remember, the only reason gold would not go up is if we were in a raging bull market, and that would entail the Russell 2000 to start breaking out. Are we seeing a breakout in the Russell 2000? No. Unfortunately, we had to liquidate an option yesterday. It just didn't have much time left. If it did, I would have stayed with it because I'm still bearish on the small caps. Kathy Woods and the Russell 2000 are not ready for breakout yet. Let me show you. So I like gold, but let me just quickly take a little detour here. See the ARK fund? Look. When Kathy is above, I don't, now look, you don't have to really pay much attention to this. I only drew this two and a half years ago, and I haven't changed anything since that time. See these red lines? I literally drew these lines 2 years ago when the stock market was making a new low, and I said we're not going to go below this level because this is where the value area is, and we haven't. And we're not going higher till we break above 54 in the degenerate index, which I call the Russell 2000, the ARK fund. So if you want to see if there's a real breakout in small caps, look for time killed it on IWM. Exactly, Eagle Beagle. I'm looking for the ARK fund to trade above the 56 level. IWM. I'm going a little out of order today, but hey, we won't tell anybody. You see here how we weren't able to break this level? Hopefully we will, but we need to really break this level here. Until then, small caps are just not going to break out. All right. 10-year note. 10-year note is moving into deflationary level. Obviously, today's report that's coming out in 15 minutes is going to be extremely important to what we are seeing right now. If this starts moving lower, that's going to put pressure on interest rates. If this goes higher, the question is going to be, is it flight to quality? Meaning money's coming out of the stock market like it did right here and going into bonds, or is this just a natural route to deflation? If you see price bars like this, like this, like this, if you see this type of trading action, that's panic buying. If you see trading action like this, that's not panic buying. That's just flight. That's not flight to quality. That's just deflationary. So pay attention to this. Pay attention at the size. Don't just pay attention to the direction. Pay attention to the size. Okay? The size of the bars will tell you, it's not just where we're going, it's how we're getting there that matters. Okay? All right. Volatility. I hate to say I told you so, but we noticed we never broke below the 15 level. We're still above 21. We're in a very heightened fear. We are fearful right now. The market is in full-fledged fear mode. You're going to keep your eye today all day long on the VIX. I know you are, because I'm telling you to. That's going to determine how much more downside we will get. If we see a breakdown in the S&P below the 50-day moving average, you will see this spike. If you see a bounce at the 50-day moving average, you will see this go lower. Ironically enough, we still have not gone above the 23-25 level. And if this stays muted like it is right now, the odds are we will bounce off the 50-day moving average on the S&P 500, this is what I am talking about right now. Typically, when the S&P hits the 50-day moving average, it tends to bump around here. Roger, why did you take a bunch of bullish positions last few days? Because once we hit the 50-day moving average, we tend to bounce around. We tend to bounce around. We don't just break through right away. We tend to play around this area for a while. We tend to play around this area for a while. We tend to play around these areas. We get stuck around these areas for a while. They're like magnets, okay? Now, I could totally be wrong. I've been wrong before. It's happened many times. But usually we stick around the 50-day moving average, okay? Let's put everything together, and then we'll move on to the stock market. We got a little while to the report. That AVGO is really taking a bite out of the market. Don't forget, I have a class today at noon. Now, just to show you what I'm doing with this class, we're going to be whale watching tech. We're going to be talking about real-time trades that hedge funds are taking at noon. I'm going to give you 2 trades, maybe a long and a short, like I gave yesterday, and I know you guys made money on it. And we also have a deal on the pit that expires at midnight, and there's 99 spots left, and that's it. And we had over 500 people in the room yesterday. So that's happening at noon today. And at 11, I'm going to have a VIP room where we will review and give out key levels for the afternoon session. I hope you guys don't miss out. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. Is this helpful? Is this helping you guys? I want to make sure we're on the right track and that this is helping you guys. All right, very, very important. Mia, is it helping you? She's sleeping right there. You could see her. You could see her leg right here, little body parts. There you go. Hey, Mia, you want to say hello to everybody? She's too tired from analyzing the market all night. All right, let's put everything together. We're down 0.65 right now. Everybody's waiting for the jobs report to determine if Fed is easing. They're paying attention. Powell is sitting there in his bathrobe right now, biting his teeth, waiting for this report. Tesla climbed 4% after announcing plans to roll out its full self-driving system in China and Europe in the first quarter of next year. Good. Glad to hear that. Very happy to hear that. Oh, let me just post that here. Good, Richard. Good, infinitely. Good, Art. Manuel, Carlos. Good. So Tesla broke out of its range. If you look at Tesla, you will see that Tesla is now above its range. If it can break out above this level right here, it can really move back into this value area. But it's doing a pretty good job of breaking out of the current value area. And now it's actually technically it's in the gap because we took out this level right here. So Tesla is bullish right now. Just wanted to kind of give you show and tell. ADP, National Employment Report, showed that U.S. private non-farm payroll eased to 99,000, significantly lower than the figure and the smallest increase in 3.5 years. And today we're going to see if that's true or not. Good, Krish. Good. Want to make sure that you guys are getting value out of this. It kind of would suck if I'd spend an hour here every morning and nobody would benefit from this, right? All right. We still have a 57% that they're going to raise rates, lower rates a quarter of a basis point, 43%. T-Buzz believes it's a done deal. I still don't believe it's a done deal because Powell was very, very clear that he doesn't want to have egg all over his face, which is very, very true. So if I was them, I would wait till November. But again, I'm not them and I'm not political. They're very political. Hourly earnings data will be closely watched today. Adam, this answers your question. See, year over year, all the year over year data will be. Hey, Dr. Serena. Rochelle says can't find this anywhere else. Good. Dr. Serena, 400 viewers, 20 minutes into the show. That's great. That's great. Let's see if we can get 500 today. So these are the two figures, guys. These are the two things we're looking at, okay? We're looking at the unemployment rate and we're looking at hourly earnings. And I highlighted them for you right here. Hourly earnings, unemployment rate. So you could see exactly what we're looking at. So unemployment rate, they're looking for it to ease, right? If the unemployment rate goes to 4.4, that's going to be a big problem. Good for you, Francis. Good for you. You show them who the boss is. Oh, my pleasure, Nestor. I love doing this. You know, believe it or not, I do this just as much for myself as I do it for you. This is my morning analysis. That's funny, PD. It's going to forever change how I trade. No more exaggerating. It's a paradigm. Well, I'm so glad to hear that, Nathan. That makes me happy. Look, if I could change your life, that makes me so happy. Oh, you're welcome, JJ. My pleasure. My pleasure. It's so fun to be here. And look, guys, look here. If you want to do something nice for me, post your comments for Russell because people do watch and read these and take these seriously. And I want to have over 1,000 people in this room. Tell people the truth. Please don't exaggerate. If you have bad experience with me, that's fine too. All I ask is that you are honest and truthful. That's all, please, because people do read these reviews. They really do. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. Let's continue. These are the two big factors that we're looking at. We're also going to be waiting for Williams and Waller to speak. Don't hold your breath. I have no idea what they're going to say. Now, this is bad. Good, Francis. Good. The kid ain't got that bike. Yep. Greg, the kid still doesn't have that bike. Hey, the truth is the kid still doesn't have his bike. Good morning, Ivan. Good to see you. So this is not making me happy. Europe is down 0.93, heading into the worst week since early August meltdown. That's very bad before the report. Investors remain cautious ahead of the U.S. report. Energy and bank stocks led the decline. Now, that makes sense because financials and energy are considered blue chip stocks. So the fact that energy led the decline is not a surprise, but bank stocks, that's bad because they've been really strong here. See, look, let me show you. See, look at financials. They've been really strong. Yesterday we took a little dump, but overall they've been very, very strong. Again, I'm just showing you giving you the visuals. Ed, good morning to you. So Europe is not helping us at all. Good, Wayne. Good. Europe is not helping us. China closed lower, dropping below key levels. Persistent deflationary pressure. Now, I know you're thinking this is awful, but I'm going to tell you something. This is a blessing. Their deflation is offsetting our inflation. Whatever we can't get here because of inflation, we're getting over there with deflation, and it's helping balance us out. No, I'm not joking. I'm really serious about this. Think about it. Think about how much crap we buy from China. They're in a deflationary zone right now. So whatever we're purchasing and importing from China, we're getting a big break on, and it's offsetting the inflation we have here in the US. Now, this isn't like some brilliant analysis. This is just common sense, but it is helping us. Thanks, Dennis. I think the visuals helps too. So China stocks are under pressure. FXI. This is the Chinese ETF, large cap index. So you could see what I'm talking about. And this is one of the reasons why I shorted BABA a few weeks ago. So you could see we're below the 50-day moving average, and there's really nothing here all the way to the 200-day moving average. So this is what we're reading about right now. This is, remember when I was telling you guys right here, the Chinese stocks are weakening out. I don't see any catalyst. And then I shorted BABA in one of the programs. This is like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. But anyway, they're doing what we thought. So BABA, Baidu, the casinos, the gambling casinos, they're impacted by China. So this is a major, major problem. This is a major problem. And this could, if the unemployment rate is bad, this can pull the S&P. I'm hoping that it won't, but I'm just showing you where we're at right now. This can pull us below the 50-day moving average. Oh, Darren, I missed you too. I hope good luck to you. I hope it wasn't too painful. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Darren. So sorry to hear that. Also, folks, don't forget, customer service live from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I have a noon class and an 11 a.m. class today. And I highly, highly, highly hope you guys attend. All right, so let's continue. Let's go back here. So China's not helping us. Europe is not helping us at all. Japan ended lower today, falling for the fourth consecutive session as the yen weighs on sentiment. You know, we have the US dollar going higher. There they have the yen going higher. The benchmark index recorded its first losing week since August. Tech stocks led the decline. Carmen says, why are casinos impacted by Chinese markets? Because Chinese love to gamble. The Chinese gamblers literally make up like 30 or 40% of all the money coming into Wynn Casino. I don't know if you guys know this or not, and it's not like a secret or anything, but Chinese are a huge, huge part of casinos' economy. And when China does bad, it's very, very bad for casinos. And Carmen, this isn't like a theory according to Roger Scott. This is a very well-known and public thing I'm saying. This isn't like something that I just created. And this is, for example, Macau. Yeah, Carmen, Macau. You know, think about it. Whenever Chinese economy is doing bad, they'll post it. The casinos will literally post it in their revenue. Hey, we may see some lower revenue. Our casinos are not doing well because of the economy. So this is very, very, Carmen, this isn't like something that's like very unique or special. This is like this is very well known. This is a very well-known economic fact. So I'm not like picking on them. I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying the obvious. Yeah. We're glad to have you back, Darren. So yeah. Because whenever you see, just so you know, Darren, or Carmen, excuse me, whenever you see Chinese stocks go down, usually casino stocks like Caesars and Wynn, MGM, they tend to, not always, but a lot of the times, there's a huge, huge correlation with public casino companies and China. This is not like a one-off kind of thing. Broadcom plunged. Look, revenue guidance. They issued weaker. I told you guys what's the biggest catalyst for stocks up and down. Revenue guidance. Now, revenue guidance from the company is much more important. It's much more important. Much, much more important. Let's see where we're at. Has it come out yet? What's going on with the bond market? How come the bond market's not moving? Let's see, TLT. Oh, there we go. So let's just kind of watch this in the background as I talk. See, we can kind of do two things together. The multitask here. So you guys keep an eye on this, and I'll just keep reading this. Smith & Wesson did not do well. Smith & Wesson did not do well. Folks, another thing I wanted to tell you, and I mentioned this the other day. If you guys are big on gun stocks, there's a report that comes out by the FBI every quarter that talks about crime rates and gun licensing and how many people are buying or selling guns. It's very, very important near elections. Around elections, people tend to buy guns more often. I have a couple of neighbors in here in my area. They're talking about who are not big gun people, who are talking about buying guns because there may be turmoil before the election. Now, I don't know if that will happen. But I'm just letting you know that that the FBI keeps a public record file, and they keep a record of it. And around election, people tend to get a little weird around weapons. So you may want to keep your eye on that, and I'll start keeping my eye on that over the next right after the first debate. Usually gun stocks tend to move up after the first debate. That's when the elections, people start making real bets. So again, I will be there ahead of time. And Super Micro fell, they got downgraded. So you have AVGO on the downside. I'll get to the employment report in just a second, folks. I'm just waiting. I mean, I figure since we have the bond market here, we can kind of see what's going on. So we got a 1-2 punch. We got a 1-2 punch from chip stocks. We got negative news from Broadcom, and we got SMCI downgraded. Okay. All right. Now let's move this to the stock market. What is the stock market doing? It's moving down a little bit. Actually, it's up on the 5% minute. Yep, it's moving below. Let's see if it'll move below the 200-day. Let's look at the QQQ. QQQ is just kind of choppy, not really going anywhere. Let's look at this data. So unemployment rate 4.2% as expected. That's in line with estimates. That's good. So okay, they could now say, okay, guys, see, unemployment rate is getting better. There's less people unemployed. Remember, they say they want to lower rates because the unemployment rate is going higher. Well, does it look to you like unemployment is going higher? It's moving in the right direction. Participation rate is as expected. Average hourly earnings. Do we have average hourly earnings, guys? 142, a non-farm. I don't care about month over month. Nobody cares about this. Plus, they get revised. I care about the unemployment rate, and I care about average hourly earnings. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Average hourly earnings is 3.8. And unemployment is 3.2. So the report is not that bad. It really is not that bad. Okay. So people are earning a little more, means they're making a little more money, and unemployment rate is less than it was a year ago. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, 3.8. It really is. It's a little bit above estimates, but it's not that bad. Okay. That means people are earning a little more money, and which makes sense based on the GDP rate. Arthur, I'll show it to you. I'll have it for you when it's time. I'll show it for you. How does the unemployment number remain unchanged when the recent revision was off by 800? Hey, Nathan, we only go by the headline. So while the market has priced in rate cut, is the steady unemployment rate minimize the chance of a rate cut? Yes. So How is the market reacting? How is the market reacting to this? Let's see. Hold on. Wrong page. Wrong page. Here we go. So the QQQ is actually moving higher on this news. The stock market is now moving higher. We almost touched yesterday's close. Look, overnight, this is overnight, and this is right now. And it looks like it wants to come up. On a 5-minute basis, this is the market. So it's not a bearish report. ATHA, yes. All right, so let's continue. This report is not a bad report. It's a fairly stable report. We should see some upside, not downside. Let me see SMH real quick. Yeah, even SMH is moving higher. Look at this. So we broke down, and look, we're now in the gap. See that? We're now in the gap. So this is not bad. This is not bad news for the market. Let's see. Tesla's moving higher. It's at almost at 234 right now. 230. I mean, this is not bad. This is not bad. All right, people are really, so if people have 2 jobs to make each ends meet with higher food prices, does that reflect an increase in wages? Yep, it does, Penny. Good question, and I'm glad you noticed that. Yeah, it's moving up. This is a good report. It's a good report. It's not a bad report. Okay, so, and remember what I told you. Hey, guys, remember when I said that the S&P has a tendency to bounce around this area? Yes, SMH above 265. That has not changed. Nothing there has changed at all. Yeah, overall market's doing well, RB. It's positive. This is a good report. It's a positive report. Look. See, moving higher. This is yesterday's close. So we were negative overnight. If this moves higher, we'll be positive. This was down over 1.5. We're down only 1. But the report was not bad. It wasn't a bad report. The bond market's up a little bit. Again, the report was not that bad. Now, remember something. We have AVGO earnings we have to overcome. We have a negative review on SMCI. So we're not out of the clear, but I do believe the report was not bad, and I think we'll continue bouncing near the 50-day moving average around here. Kind of like what we did right here. You see this? Guys, you see this right here? I can't give you a better example, actually. Look. See this right here? Notice that? That's exactly what I'm anticipating here. We don't just usually break below. We usually bounce around here and then either go higher or go lower. Krish, the numbers are right here. I broadcasted them for you, bud. Right here. Right here. So average hourly earnings are up. Unemployment rate is down a little bit, but it is down. They're not bad numbers. They're not really that bad. Like, no one's going to say like, ah. All right. So stock market, S&P tumbling around the 50-day moving average. QQQ. And I'll give you levels for intraday too. Don't forget. We're right around, hold on a second here. We're below the 100-day moving average. Again, we can just kind of consolidate around here. We can consolidate around here. But we have a lot of resistance here to the upside. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, choppiness. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's month over month, Heather. I'm only concerned about year over year numbers. As a matter of fact, let me post this in the Telegram channel for everybody, okay? While I'm here with you. Okay, there you go. Let me see if the bond market is still. Let's see. pretty flat. I mean, not really. On the day, it's up 0.65. The SPY is still near yesterday's, I mean, still coming up. NASDAQ, QQQ, still moving up. Again, near this area. I think we're going to be hovering near this area. Okay. That's my 5 cents. Again, because we're near the 50-day moving average. Last election could not get into gun range and could not find ammo. Yes, Michael, that's my point. I'll be talking a lot about FBI and gun stocks after the first debate, which happens, I believe, Monday or Tuesday, the 10th. All right. We'll revisit this later. Let's continue. So hovering around this area, but we're below the 100-day line. I think before we get to this major area, we're going to hover around here a little bit longer. SMH. And don't forget, guys, Cam and Gustavo show. We're almost at the 200-day moving average on the SMH, and I'm not liking this. I think we are going to test the 200-day moving average. We may not see weakness today or a lot of weakness today, but I sincerely think we're going to hit the 200 because I'm not seeing anything news coming out, and we are near fair value right now. So, and I don't think AI, with all of these forward-looking statements that are nasty, are going to change anything. Okay? So again, between the fair value, the year-to-date fair value area, and the 200-day moving average. Let's look at the Dow. The Dow Jones is in between the 8-day EMA and the 50-day moving average. I think this support area right here is going to hold. I'll get into the intraday levels in just a few minutes. IWM. Not a fan of IWM right now, but we are near the 50-day moving average. We actually broke down, and we are now at the quarter-to-date VWAP level, and I think we're going to be flirting between the 50-day moving average and the 100-day moving average for the foreseeable future, which would put us squarely in this area. Ultimately, I see the small caps going right here because there's a hell of a lot of value here, and that would put us right at the 200-day moving average and at fair value. I think it's just a matter of time. Lower highs, no coming up here, no real major catalyst, a nice juicy gap here. It has all the trimmings for more downside. I just wish that option had more time left. I may roll us into another one. Hell, why not? See, not a lot of value here, but there's a lot of value right here. A lot of value here. Look at that. So I think it's going to come right here, right into this value area. Okay. All right. Momentum levels. NASDAQ 100, 48%. Not really great right now. 59%. A little better here, but if this falls to 48, we're going to be in deep doo-doo. Okay. Russell 2000, 55 and 49. A lot of vulnerability in the Russell 2000 and in the NASDAQ 100. Also, mid-cap 400s are not looking all that great either, and small caps. So smaller stocks are starting to move by the side. That does not equal a bull market. A true bull market, small caps lead, not follow, okay? We have pretty good stability here across the board. S&P 500, 66%, 71. And that's why I believe that we're just going to chop around. We don't have really any major areas of vulnerability right now. And in terms of sectors, we are extremely fragmented. What does that mean? Well, look, consumer discretionary is here. Communication is here. Technology's here. Semiconductors are here. You know, when the market comes down hard, semiconductors, technology, communication services, and consumer discretionary align together. When they start doing this, just shake and bake. Remember shake and bake, those bags, just shake and bake. They just get all over the place. But you could see that the Dow Jones financial consumer staples are still leading, which means more market is moving into large cap stocks than small cap, or or the mid caps. You could see that right here. They're now starting to be together, and I'm expecting this to cool off and come down. So you could see very, very clearly, and I would pay attention right now, and I would write this down. You could see very, very, very clearly that we are XLUs leading, defensive. Consumer discretionary, although it's up, it still hasn't gone up above this level. So the only sectors you should be bullish on right now are utilities, consumer staples, real estate. And when I say real estate, I'm not talking about home builders. I mean commercial real estate, movie theaters, real estate. That's moving higher right now. And financials. All only things that are still above that level. Notice industrial. Look, industrial is now below this level. Pull up a chart and ask yourself, go left. Is there anything immediately below here? Nope. Is there anything immediately to the left? Nope. Is there anything immediately to the left? Yes. So that's what you want to do. And you'll find that real estate, consumer staples, utilities, financial, and that's it. That's the only thing that's leading. So, but that doesn't mean that the others are going down. It means that the others could be choppy, especially the fact that we're near the 50-day moving average on the S&P 500. Let me just give you guys another quick look. So we're breaking higher on the QQQ, flat on the bond market, and the SPY. Oops, SPY. Yeah, we're near yesterday's open. And let's look at AVGO. See how it's filling in this gap? It gapped, and now it's filling it in. If it continues filling it in like this will be a great gap to green on Monday, but we're not there yet. Do you guys like it when I kind of go back and forth between the visuals and is it more helpful to you guys when I do that? Let me know if that's helpful to you guys, okay? Let me know if that's helpful to you guys. All right. So sectors are very, very mixed right now, but you're only going to go long sectors that are above the previous swing high. And you guys know what those sectors are: the financial, the consumer staples, the utilities, and healthcare. Nothing else. Roger, why didn't we buy semiconductors here? Look at semiconductors. They're almost all the way down here, and the 50-day moving average is right here. But notice something interesting. This is when it went around the 50-day moving average. Look at how many days. You know what? A better example for you here. Look. This is what I mean by holding near the averages. You see right here? Right here, this is the 50-day line. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. They tend to stay around here. And that's kind of what I meant when I was talking about the SPY today. We tend to, good. Oh boy, a lot of yeses here. I just noticed. See how when it stays, it tends to stick around here. It doesn't just break and fall down. It tends to stick around the 50-day moving average. Good. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Thanks, PD and Michael. All right, so intraday levels. Let's talk about intraday levels. I got to get out of here before I got to get out of here so I could trade in the morning. Good. Glad to hear that. Good to hear that. Good morning, Kirk. Hope you're doing well. If you are, send me another email. I want to hear from you. I get a lot of emails over the weekends, folks telling me how they did. Makes me very, very happy. Very, very happy. I love getting emails. And I'm not doing anything this weekend, which is even better. All right, intraday levels. Let's talk about intraday levels. This is where the rubber meets the road. And then we'll talk about, oh, by the way, I might have forgotten this. Raw 90-day score, there's only 138 stocks making 90-day highs, and there's 90 stocks making 90-day lows. Remember, we had like 10 stocks. Well, now we have 90, which means we have a nice two-sided market. Choppiness, which when I see something like this, 130 on the way up, 90 on the way down, choppiness. Not a two-sided market, basically. Dumb, fake. You know, dumb, fake. You should change your name. You don't sound dumb, fake. You actually sound like you're asking good questions. I do that in the afternoon. I do that in the VIP room. I actually pull up my chart and I do that all afternoon, dumb, fake. And if you want to come to that, here is the link. Join me at 11 a.m. today. Here's the link, bud. And don't forget, customer service live every day, Monday through Friday. And Cam does it every day. So Cam and Gustavo's show link is in your members area. And don't forget, I have a class today, and everybody who came to my class yesterday, hey guys, anybody who come to my class yesterday who took the trades, the noon class or the 1 o'clock class yesterday, the pit trade, did you guys make money on CME, FFIV, all those stocks that I gave you for free? If you made money on those stocks, let me post it here so folks can come today and join that class. So we don't have a lot of stocks breaking out or breaking down, which means we have a nice mixed market. I like mixed markets because we could trade both sides. Okay, intraday levels now. I know you guys love my intraday levels. Now, this is in real time. This includes what's happening right now with the market. Good, Nathan. Nathan made money. Good. Lydia made money. Art made money. I didn't, but witnessed the event, and it was awesome. Was taking notes and learning from you. Good. Well, today I'm going to do it again, and obviously we're not going to pick the same stock. So if you guys want some red meat, it's Red Meat Friday. This is where you want to be. And if you behave yourselves, maybe I'll give you a couple of more. All right. So we're entering this Russell level right now where we can see a big breakdown. I told you yesterday we don't really have a lot here. So the next level is 206.80. To the upside, it's 216.40. Oh, you still have that. Good for you, Peter. Good for you. I forgot about Zeta. I totally forgot about that stuff. I do remember FFIV, but I forgot about Zeta. Let's see something here. Zeta. Let's see. Zeta is flat. All right, let's continue. SPY. Hopefully I'll get out of here on time today. SPY. All right. And remember, this is in real time. It's got my real time tab here. So right here, 555 to the upside. Remember that 555 level? We keep talking about 555 level. And then right here, we got we're still in, Dennis, we're still in HPE till next Friday because we're going to have the long call expire today, worthless, that expires today. And then we have a full week for HPE to go up, including today. And by the way, you could have got out at 13 cents yesterday at the end of the day. I'm not saying you should have, but you could have if you wanted to. So the downside level here is 545, 555, 565. And then the next level to the downside is 538. Yeah, same thing with HPE. Nothing changed with HPE. Let me go through this and I'll talk about HPE for a second. QQQ. Thanks for bringing it up, Dennis. I almost forgot about that one too. QQQ, look at that. See a little up arrow? We're between 465 and 455. The next level is 471, then 477. To the downside, we have 450. Okay. Dow Jones, DIA. I am very, very, very happy that it's Friday today. I am exhausted. Ooh, look at that. We're almost at this level. So here are levels for the Dow. Here, I'm going to get rid of this level. We don't need this anymore. So to the downside, 405.50. To the upside, 412. Above that, 414.5. Below the current 405 level, we got 400 or maybe 401. Okay. All right. Now. Let me really quickly talk about, before I give you the stocks for today, let me really quickly talk about HPE. So HPE. So for those that don't know, we did a calendar spread on HPE. We sold the 1850 call that expires today, and we bought the 1850 call that expires next Friday. So the 1850 call, we did it for 12 cents on average. The spread opened at 8 cents yesterday because the market went open. Now it's coming back up. It's actually up right now a little bit. So right now, that spread is exactly what we paid for it. Now, the 1850 will expire today worthless. And then you have this option here, the 1850 option that's costing 13 cents right now, that you have till next Friday. Now, let's say that HPE goes up 50 cents. This option will be worth 20 cents. You pay 12. So my point is this. So to answer your question, Dennis, if HPE goes up 70 cents today, 50 cents today, you'll double your money. Let's watch it carefully, okay? So this expires worthless. You paid for this package 12 cents, and this one is now worth 13, and you still have a full week left. That's how you trade earnings. That's how you trade earnings, okay? Not the way you guys have been taught to trade earnings. That's how you trade earnings, okay? Right, Dennis? Now the option is worth a cent more than you paid, and you have 5.5 days till expiration, and you don't have any other debits. That's how you play earnings, my friends. All right, let me give you stocks for today, and I'll be out of here. You don't trade earnings the way you guys do. You don't gamble on earnings. AI, short side. Let's do the short side. Let's do the short side. AI, PSX, we talked about this a little earlier today. You're welcome, Dennis. Dennis, you can get out of that spread at the cost that you paid at the open, or you can let it run today and tomorrow. And if we get a little upside, it's all gravy because unless we go to 1850, the one that it's going to expire today, and then you have a full ways to go. Anybody else? Does anybody else have a question on HPE, or did I answer the question on HPE? All right, Philip, let me do this fast so I can get out of here. BBWI, where in the world would I get this stock from? Did anybody make money on this stock yesterday? I gave it to you for free. Where is that damn thing? Oh, it's up here. I was nice too. I gave you the option too. Right here. On the free Telegram channel. All right. So down. BBWI still bearish. SMCI bearish. All right. All right. Ooh, down 3%. ASTC bearish. Okay. FIVN. What a dog. And this is an A-line stock to the short side. Right here. Let me do the long side now. FFIV. Don't confuse this with FIVN. FIVN is on our short list. FFIV is on our long list. It's a bullish stock. SYY. CME. Hey, where did I get this stock? RJ says, spooked me jumping up 30% level. You called out a few times, so I got tired of the jumping jack and whipped out. Okay, RJ, whatever you say. Do you guys remember this one from yesterday? 12 o'clock in the pit, the program we had yesterday? CLX. COO. SBAC. Don't get spooked out of a bearish trade so easily, RJ. SBC, DXC. See, I was tired before doing this morning, but now I'm energized. Right above the 200-day moving average. Look at that breakout. Anything to the left? Let's see. Nope. Virtual Financial. All right, guys, that is all for today. Thank you for being here. Please, 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 please join Cam, Customer Service Live, also known as the Cam and Gustavo Show. Join me at noon today for Red Meat. It's Red Meat Friday. I'm going to be whale watching tech stocks and all that stuff, and my VIP room, which is at 11 a.m. And don't trade the first half hour. Wait for the market to show its hand, okay? Wait for the market to show its hand. Have a great weekend, everybody. And there's something here that I forgot. It's Roger at rogerscott.com. And also, as I mentioned before, if you guys can, please post a review or your feedback on this video for Russell, because it'll help me get my name out there more, and people will know that we're not some fakers and some cockamamie furus giving people weird advice. Bye, guys. Cam, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. By the way, Matt was in the Customer Service Live Cam and Gustavo show all day yesterday, and people said that it was a very, very good time. So I hope there's a replay of it. Bye, everyone. Have a great afternoon and have a great day. I hope you all make money today. Remember, highly volatile. That's the theme of the day. Bye, Henry. Bye, Michael. Bye, Moondog. Have a good weekend.